Okay, so now I'm going to back a table runner, a toweling table runner with regular patchwork fabric. So here's my patchwork fabric, and I have just ironed, fused interfacing. If you can see that, you can just see there's interfacing on there. It's just a lightweight interfacing onto the wrong side of my chosen backing fabric. Now, I have cut my backing fabric the same length as my toweling, but I've cut it wider. See, lay that on there. I've got about an inch, couple of centimetres wider on each side. It is the same length when I lay it out, but the backing is wider. Now the toweling edges still have the hemming on them. You want to keep those on there, but your backing, when you're using regular fabric, needs to be an inch wider on either side. So measure the width of your toweling. This one was 18. So I've cut the backing fabric 20 inches. Same length, but 2 inches wider. Interfacing on there. You can use a lightweight fusible batting, like a lightweight Pellon 630 or something like that. If you want it a little bit puffy, I quite like my table runners to sit flat and often put things on them like a vase or something like that. And I find the flatter it is, it just sits better on the table and the vase doesn't wobble or anything. It's up to you. You can put on whatever you like. So here we are, backing with a regular fabric, cut it 2 inches wider. Now I've placed my fabric right sides together. So the interfacing is on the wrong side of the back. Right sides together, and I've just pinned along the top edge like that. I'm going to pin along the bottom edge and sew those with a 1/2 inch seam. There we are, both ends are now stitched 1/2 inch, and I've done a back stitch at the beginning and the end. So now I'm going to turn it the right way up because the sides are all still open. I need to press this seam so it sits on the very edge. So before I do that, I want to make sure I don't get any tucks in that seam. If you just fold it like this and try to press that, you often get a tuck in here. You don't want that. You want a nice sharp crisp edge. So we're going to push that seam to one side like that. And it doesn't matter which side because it's not staying that way. So that's nice and flat. So when I pick it up and go to place that on the edge, it'll sit nice and sharp on the edge like that, and I can just give that a press. There we are, folded, so it's on the edge, and I'm just going to press that. And I'm using some steam here because I want a nice crease. Press that well. Nice, sharp, crisp edge. We'll do the same to the other end. Now here's my table runner laying on my ironing board. Edges seamed, nice crisp seam on the edge. And you can see the backing is a little bit wider. So we're going to take this and just turn it in so it lines up with the hemmed edge, right on the very edge. It'll just line up with that hemmed edge all the way down, and we press it. Just like that. Easy to do. And then we're going to press it into position like that. So all I've done is press that edge over like that, and it lines up exactly with the edge of the runner. Now here where the seam is at the end, tuck it over that seam so it hides those raw ends. It'll just tuck in like that. Okay, I can do that all the way down the runner, and then I use my clips to clip it in place. all the way along the runner. When that's done, slip stitch by hand right along the edge. Doesn't take you very long on both sides, and your runner is backed. You could do a line of machine stitching really close to the edge, but I don't really like that look on this very much, so I just slip stitch it by hand. It doesn't take long. And then I think a couple of lines of quilting down the stripes. You can choose as many stripes as you like. You could even do them in the middle of the runner if you want, doesn't matter, just holds all the layers together. So that's backing a table runner with a regular patchwork fabric, a toweling table runner with hemmed edges. I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.